crocheting. I'm not crocheting live. 7, 6, 5. Hey everybody, it's me, Erin. Sorry, I have a mic right here. I'll try not to do that. Hey everybody, it's me, Erin from Juniper and Oaks. Hey Dawn, so glad that you're here. I love that you use those emojis for being one of my YouTube members. Thank you so much. I am glad you guys are here. I am excited to talk about the Nordic Star Stocking CrochetAlong that's coming up. Hey Carla from Ontario. Dawn's from Washington. I'm from Tennessee. I got that Tennessee crud right now. You know, do you ever get that where, when you wake up and you just got that crud in your throat? That's what I got. And that's why my voice sounds like this, even though it's 9 p.m. I am waiting for a little bit. Dawn, we do not have snow. Yesterday, 2 days ago, on Monday, there were some flurries, but nothing really stuck. My kids' trampoline had a nice dusting on it. That was about all that we got. So that's about as much snow as we got. So nothing yet, much to my kids. Anyway, but we are starting to look a lot like Christmas around here. My kids were so excited this afternoon when I went up to the attic to pull down these stockings. They were like, is Santa coming tomorrow? So too bad for them. Santa is not coming tomorrow, but we got to get excited about getting the Christmas stockings down, and things are starting to look a lot like Christmas. Okay, so I want to know, before we get started, who here already has some homemade stockings? I have a few, and then I have some other ones. I forget who the designer was, but they're like these giant bobble stockings that my kids love so much. So we have some homemade stockings. And then when I was married, or when I was engaged and about to get married, I sewed, my husband and I, some cute little stockings. I hand sewed them because I didn't have a sewing machine. I hand sewed them out of old pajama pants. So those are the homemade stockings. And then when I had my baby, Bixby, my firstborn, I sewed him another stocking just like it. I think those were pajamas too. Yeah, they were like draft pajamas. So, and then I got really into crochet. So now I have crochet stockings. Dawn has several stockings. Let me know in the comments if you guys have homemade stockings as well. But what I'm here to talk about is making these Nordic Star stockings. These stockings are crochet. And if you don't know me, I'm Erin. I'm the designer behind Juniper and Oaks. And I love crochet and I love mosaic crochet. I been really into mosaic crochet because, as most of you know, or if you've been around here for a while, you know that I'm the host of the Mosaic Crochet Summit, and I'm obsessed. And so I think a lot of you are too. So yay, thank you for sticking around. I better pull up some notes. Otherwise, I'm going to ramble, and you know how much I ramble. So let's chat. Okay. As you've guessed, this is the announcement video. We are going to be crocheting the Nordic Star Stocking as a crochet along. I first released this pattern 2 years ago in 2023 as a crochet along, a 5-day crochet along. And I am so excited to bring back this crochet along this year. We're going to be starting soon on November 21st. So that is in 2 Fridays, so in about 10 days, 9 days. And we are going to crochet this beautiful mosaic crochet stocking together just in time for the holidays. If you guys been around for a while, you know that this is one of my favorite designs. I have a lot of Nordic Star patterns in my collection. I have the Nordic Star Stocking, as we can see here. So mosaic crochet patterns. I have a Nordic Star blanket, which is that big blue blanket that you may have seen around, mosaic crochet. A Nordic Star scarf, which is like this motif as a scarf. I have a Nordic Star baby blanket that just came out. It's that green one you might have seen on my page. And it's just this motif repeated up in different colors. And so scarf, baby blanket, the big Afghan, and the stocking. And that it was all based off of my Nordic winter corner to corner Afghan, where I had this Nordic Star motif in a corner to corner square. And then other designers contributed similar squares. And then I did a mosaic Nordic crochet-along where this motif was included. And it, anyway, then we had mosaic crochet patterns that went along with it. So I've just fallen in love with this Nordic Star motif. So I'm excited to reintroduce it to you if you haven't made it for a while or maybe even never done it before. So I want to tell you that this mosaic crochet is surprisingly beginner friendly. If you've never tried mosaic crochet before, this pattern is for you. And if you already love mosaic crochet, this pattern is definitely for you as well. One thing to note about mosaic crochet, and I will get into this more because I will have video tutorials as we do the crochet along, but the reverse side of the pattern is basically just stripes. We're working up one color per row, so there's no fancy color work. It is basically just stripes, but depending on how we work the stitches is how we get this fun Nordic Star motif. So what is a crochet along? Crochet along, or CAL, C-A-L, crochet along, is where I am giving you guys a pattern, access to a pattern, and people around the world crochet the pattern up together at the same time in some sort of community. And it's really fun that way. Some like local yarn stores would do crochet alongs where they actually meet together in person. I run my crochet alongs online, and usually the community is in my Facebook group. But this time I have a crochet membership community, and that's where a lot of this fun is going to happen. So I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. This crochet along is going to run from 5 days, starting on November 21st and going through the 25th. It's going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we'll make one section per day. We're going to start, let me pull this down again. We're going to start with the toe and move on to the foot of the pattern. Then we're going to leave a hole for the heel and skip over that. We're going to go up to the leg. Day 4, we're going to work on the cuff and adding some embellishments. And then day 5, we're going to finish off with the heel. Okay? So that'll be Tuesday. And we're going to do it all together. Each day there will be a video tutorial and written instructions so you can crochet at your own pace. This pattern is free on my website, and well, right now the pattern is not completely free on my website because we've taken down the 5 sections, and they will be slowly released a day at a time starting on November 21st. So that'll be free on the website. But if you join the Crochet Collective, that is my membership group. It used to be called the Crazy Yarn Lady membership, but we moved it over to Mighty Networks, changed the name, and now it's called Crochet Collective, and it's lovely. I know Dawn is in there. She can comment on YouTube about how if she likes that or not. But I'm gonna pop this on here. There's a QR code up in the corner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I think. And there's also a link in the description. If you are on TikTok and Instagram, if you message me Stocking Cal, Stocking CAL, one word, I think I'll DM you the link or something. AI, robots, and all that. But so that link in that QR code, that is a link to a free 3-day trial for the Crochet Collective. It is a paid platform, but I'm going to give you 3 free days to check it out inside. And so what that means for the Crochet-Along is you get instant access to the entire pattern, but I'll also release it like out daily for those of you who want to. And inside that community, we will have daily calls. So on top of the video tutorial and the written instructions, we will also meet live on Zoom throughout the Crochet-Along. So there's 5 days and there's going to be 5 meetings. And those are where the magic really happens, where there's a cozy community that will sip and stitch together. We can, you can bring your hot chocolate, your coffee, your tea, whatever you want to drink, your wine. You'll do that at your own house or at the coffee shop or wherever you are. We'll chat and we'll crochet together. Those crochet-alongs are those sip and stitches. I'm not going to be showing you live how to do the stitches. I'm actually going to be crocheting my own up so I can show you, tips and tricks for that section. But the video tutorial is pre-recorded from 2 years ago when I made these stockings for the Crochet-Along. But that's just where community is going to happen, and we can ask questions, we can share, our colorways, we can, laugh, giggle, whatever. We can have a good time in there. So that is where that magic happens. Dawn says, the Crochet Collective is very easy to find what you're looking for and lots of inspiration. Zoom fun every month. We do 2 sip and stitches every month, just normally when we're not doing a Crochet-Along. There's good deals and the free patterns. So you join the Crochet Collective to do this Crochet-Along. And then every month, including this month, you get 3 patterns dripped out to you every month from my collection. I also have free downloadables like cheat sheets, other random free patterns. A lot of times, like if I come out with a new pattern, I'll pop it in that group first for free and or included in the cost. I put all my tester calls in there first. I ask questions in there. It's just more of my cozy community here. So that is the Crochet Collective. There's the free 3-day trial, so you can check it out. And that's where all the fun of the Crochet-Along is going to happen. Okay? You can still crochet it free on my website. And you can post pictures in my Facebook group. But you've probably noticed if you've been in my Facebook group, I have not been in there at all lately. So I won't be in my Facebook group. I will be in the Crochet Collective. Okay? I'm going to take this comment off. What questions do we have so far? All the scraps is just learning how to do Mosaic. From me, great. Beginning and reverse videos. You're welcome. Natalie loves the Crochet Collective. Yes, you do, girl. Thank you for being involved. MBBF has never crocheted Mosaic in the round, so it's really fun. Mosaic in the round, we don't have any ends. We just have a couple ends like at the end of the project. And so that's what's a really fun thing about it. And I can't wait to show you more about it. Okay, let me get back to my notes so that I don't run overboard. Okay, I'm going to reiterate this. There are 2 ways to join. You can absolutely join for free. Like I said, each section of the pattern will be re-released bit by bit on my blog, which is ad supported, so there's going to be ads on there. So if you prefer to follow along on there, that's perfect. We have that option available for you. There are still written instructions and daily videos for you to watch. But if you want the full experience, come join me in that Crochet Collective. You got to get the Treehouse tier or higher, because you'll see in there there's like 3 different tiers. So there's the Grove, which is basically crochet community. It's basically like a Facebook group, but you don't get the free patterns, or you don't get the patterns included. But the Treehouse tier is where you get the 3 patterns every month and 7 stitches and all that. You can join at the Nest, which is like really, really cozy, and then you get access to all of my patterns all at once. So that is called the Nest. So you can do the Treehouse or the Nest, and you get all of the Crochet-Along things in there. So you get the full pattern right away, no waiting, daily Zooms during the CAL, private discussion, threads, and pattern help. So that's where I'm going to focus my pattern support. Is going to be in the group. And then there's all the other fun things that are already part of the collective outside of the Crochet-Along. You can try it free for 3 days, so you can look inside and be like, actually, this is not for me. And that is fine. So join the fun without committing right away. So go to the link that's in the description, or if you're on Instagram and TikTok, just comment stocking cal, C-A-L, stocking, C-A-L, all one word, and I'll send you the link. Okay, so we talked about materials. I crocheted my stocking up using Wander yarn from Furls Crochet. You know I love those crochet hooks from Furls, and I made the big Nordic Star blanket, the big blue one, out of the same yarn. However, since then, actually recently, they have discontinued that yarn, so you can no longer get it. So I'm going to be crocheting mine up with Heartland yarn. This is from Lion Brand, and it's one of my favorite yarns from them. It is a little bit, even though they're both worsted weight yarns, size 4, medium weight yarn. This one is a bit thinner than the Furls Wander yarn, so I think the sizing will be a little bit different. There are 2 sizes for the stockings, okay? It just changes the amount of repeats that you have. So this is the bigger version. This is the smaller version. They're both included in the stocking, or in the Crochet-Along, both on for free and in the collective. So this time I think I might do the bigger one because it'll end up smaller with this. That might be what I do. I haven't quite decided what colors I'm going to do. I have this gray that I've had on hand, and then I have red and green. So what do you guys think? You vote in the comments. Do you think I should do gray and green or gray and red? I'd love to know because I'm really undecided right now. And what I'm thinking is, I think you're just going to need 1 skein of each. You can get 2 just in case, because I think I said it was like 250 yards of the white that you'd needed. And there's 251 yards in here. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I might have rounded up. I don't know. So I'm just going to try 1 of each, and if I need to, I can just get another skein. And then a size H 5mm hook. So those are what you're going to need. Make sure that your 2 colors that you choose are contrasting, one that's lighter and one that's darker, just to really make the pattern pop. So contrasting colors. You don't want them to blend in too much. Make them pop. And then, like I said, a 5mm hook. You're going to need scissors, a yarn needle, and some stitch markers. If you want to add some fun embellishments onto your stocking, like a pom-pom or a tassel, then get a pom-pom maker, a tassel maker, or whatever you need for that. Okay, let me see. I'm going to check my votes. I got red. A vote for red, vote for green, green, green. Yeah, Dawn, you're outvoted. You're the only one who voted red. Oh, well. Ooh, Rosanna said red. I don't think over here on the Instagram I'm getting much. So, I don't know. It might be, we'll see. Maybe I'll wake up on the 21st and then make my decision. I don't know. I like to live on the edge of my seat. Okay. I'll show these again. Green. I think the red might pop a little bit more. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. So here's the schedule once again. On November 21st, we're going to start. And we're going to work on the toe. The first section, we're going to keep it simple. There's no mosaic happening here in the first section. And that'll be November 21st, which is a Friday. At 9 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to host the Zoom call, the Sip and Stitch in the Crochet Collective. Then the next day on Saturday, November 22nd, we're going to work on the foot, this bottom part. And that's when we're going to learn the mosaic crochet in the round if you haven't done it before. Really fun, really easy. You're going to love it. That Zoom is going to be 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'm trying to mix up the a.m. and the p.m.s. So then the next day on the 23rd, we're going to do the leg on Sunday, which is this top part. And that is going to be an evening Zoom at 9 p.m. On Monday the 24th, we're going to work on the cuff. No mosaic here. Well, we get to add the embellishments and all that. We're going to do an 11 a.m. call. And then Tuesday, the last day, 9 p.m. call, Eastern time. And we're going to go in and add our heel. Okay, each of those are going to have a matching video tutorial that will go live. I think it's at midnight Eastern time every day. So there's going to be a tutorial and then the tutorial and the written instructions so you can follow. So the tutorial and the written instructions are going to be available beforehand. And then during those sip and stitches, it's just going to be like a hangout time. I'm going to be crocheting my stocking, answering questions, chit-chatting. That section, that's not going to be a tutorial. I don't want to confuse people on that. But I will, I could like hold up the, my thing and show you like that. But it's not going to be like a whole tutorial setup. I'm really excited because hopefully my she shed is done and I'll be doing those Zoom calls from the comfort of my backyard she shed. We got the walls up today, so it's been insulated. The walls are up. My father-in-law is working on the trim. And tomorrow I'm going to go buy paint and some stain, and we're going to work on that. And then we're going to put the floors in. And then they're going to put, anyway, then my electrical guy, I think on Saturday, will come and do my lights and my mini split. So hopefully by next weekend, I'm a she shed. Okay. Guys, I cannot wait to crochet this beautiful stocking with you guys. So whether you're joining on the blog or inside the Crochet Collective, you guys are welcome. And it's going to be a festive and a creative weekend. So make sure that you're subscribed here on YouTube and follow me on all the places, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. I'm going to put another QR code. And in the description box, you'll find this as well. Sorry, my phone is hiding my assets here. Here is a different QR code. And in the description box as well, there's this link. But sign up for the reminders for the cow. So that QR code will go to sign up for, the QR code will go to sign up for my newsletter. And I will send you reminders about the Crochet-Along, about checking it each day, and about Zooms and whatever. And then you'll also be signed up for my regular newsletter as well. Ooh, gray and red, but use green on the toe and the heel. We can get funky in here. Crochet Girly, I know it starts on your birthday. That's why I planned it. Fun. Okay, so you got some time now to buy your yarn. If you're going to use Heartland, I have an affiliate link for that. Set your calendar. You can put reminders on your phone. And I can't wait to see you guys inside the cowl. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I'll see you soon so we do our first stitches together. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes to answer any questions that you guys have. And then I'm going to say goodnight because, as you can tell, my little cold is getting the better of me. Let's see. Any questions? How many yards of yarn are you going to need? So, great question. Because I haven't worked with this yarn in particular, I'm not exactly sure. But let me, what was the amount for the old one? Let's see. Okay, so it's about 240 yards of your color A, or like the white color. 240 yards, which is one skein. Because this is, how much is in here? 251. And you need 240 using this. So, and then with your color B, 120 yards. So it's still just one skein. If you're using Heartland like I am. It's going to be a little experiment for me because I haven't swatched it out yet. Sorry. Any other questions? I really can't wait for you guys to join along. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be festive. Oh, one more thing. Because you guys know I love the Nordic Star motif. And I've talked about all the different. I wanted to bring that pattern here. Okay, I've talked about the different patterns that I have. I've created a bundle, which currently has 4 patterns in it. But if you buy it now for the Crochet-Along, this is like another thing that I'm plugging last minute. I'm going to add in this fun pattern that I'm working on. It's not quite done yet. I wanted it to be done by today, but hey, I'm making a she shed. But it's going to be a Christmas tree skirt. Anyway, buy the bundle, and then hopefully by next week I have it finished, and I will include that pattern in there as well. Okay, that's it. One last plug. Okay, Linda, thank you. She says I hope you feel better. I'm gonna sign off. Okay, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful, wonderful evening. Happy crocheting, and I will see you guys whenever I see you guys next Friday for sure. Inside the 7th stitch, 9 p.m. Eastern. Crochet Girly say, will the tree skirt be available for free or just paid? I think at this time it's just going to be a paid pattern. I don't know if I'll have time to get a blog post put up and all that. Yep, but it'll be included inside the bundle when you buy it. Okay. Happy crocheting, everybody. See you later. Thanks for coming. Y'all are the best.